What's up, everybody? This is Karen Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessive Scammer of the O.C.G, and I'm starting up a new save game on the Surge one more time, basically.
Welcome.
So I think I've got it just perfect. The build I'm going to use to fly through the game.
Welcome to Creo. We're happy to welcome you as part of our ever-expanding family. Please proceed directly to registration.
All passengers, please proceed to job registration immediately. This station will be shut down shortly.
Welcome to registration. Creo believes in the right tool for the right job and the right person to wield it. Please choose from our two currently available positions and form an orderly queue.
If you like living life in the fast lane, Creo...
Rig installation program running.
Oh, hey, hun.
You have been designated for...
Yeah, I decided to start one more time. I know, I'm sure you're tired of me starting over with Surge, but I think I finally have a build that's going to carry me through the rest of the game. Well, that's great. I didn't want to bother you or anything like that, so I was just patiently waiting. I missed you, though. I was talking to my friend Philippe, gushing about you.
Are you receiving? Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Are you still there? Your rig has been damaged.
The rig...
I don't...
Yeah, when I play these games, I usually do this. These type of games, you need a certain thing to succeed, or they're hard games, and so when I first play them, I kind of bounce my head against the wall until I find a build that sticks, and I usually kind of restart until I fly through. But
Or replace it, otherwise you ain't getting through that door. If you keep trying to overload it without the proper power capacity, security is gonna end up all over your ass. It's gonna come too far to get caught now. Those implants are worth thousands. This is your golden ticket out of here, man. Don't screw it up.
Philippe is a pretty cool guy. You should see him in the stream sooner or later.
Connection to database restored. Checking database. Gear voucher detected. Gear voucher redeemed. Have a nice day, Warren. This is not a scheduled break time.
that's great. Well, hopefully she likes me. Oh, God.
Look out for your fellow workers. They look out for you.
Yeah, sure. If if that'll make you happy, babe. I'm just worried she's gonna, see my post and be like, "What the fuck is this guy on? This guy is crazy." Yeah, sure. And it's funny because it's been like a stereotype all my life, like girls being tired of men telling them to smile. But it's kind of funny because in my entire life, I have never told a girl, like I saw on the street, "Oh, you should smile." But I've had women repeatedly say they want me to smile. Like, not even you, I'm just talking about in general, like, "You never smile. When you get to smile?" And I just think it's funny because it's like the opposite of what most people say. Yeah. Well, hopefully I'm not too grumpy.
We've had issues with Robert Weave again, this time about the exoskeleton program. He's refused to have the implant surgery. We've explained it's hardly invasive, even offered to double his bonus. But no, thinks management will use it to control the workforce.
Yeah.
He even brought up his union nonsense again. If he poisons the others, it could put us months behind.
And well, I just don't smile a lot in my pictures because I don't like my teeth. That's another reason. I'm a lot jollier when you actually, like, interact with me. You bring a lot of joy out of me as well. I smiled a lot more since we met. Even my mom has noticed I've been happier. Yeah, same here. I was looking forward to talking to you, babe.
Great news, guys. We finally got the new gear assembly unit down here. And not a moment too soon, the old one was spitting out worse trash than what you put in. For now, though, you'll have to manually unlock the schematics on your local accounts, at least until they update the interface. The rest is business as usual. You know, pick what you need, make sure you got the proper materials, and hit OK.
And they are just... God, you can't fucking relax for a second. They're just on it. Oh, Mom's not watching us 24/7. Burn it! Burn it to the ground! Jesus. Man, they have a real fucking capacity for destruction. Holy shit. Oh my god. Maybe they should have come to LA for the riots. I'm right there. I don't give a fuck. Yeah.
Come back anytime.
Yeah, it is pretty bad, yeah. It's also why I've kind of distanced myself from the Democratic Party. See, I used to be a hardcore Democrat. I no longer really want to associate with what Democrats are doing, at least in my country. But I'm not really Republican either, so I truly am a centrist. Oh man. Oh, that's dark. But true. Oh man.
Happy to help.
Oh, you know I'm not a big Trumper. I'm pretty vehemently anti-Trump. Yeah, that's my problem. I don't want to root for anybody. And it's just been like, who I think sucks the least. I can't even remember the last time, like, I truly, like, oh my god, I want this candidate. So, yeah. I think the entire system is broken. The left and the right, they're like in a game of who can be more extreme. And they're just, like, constantly, like, outdoing each other and hitting new lows. No, it's fine. Every now and then I don't mind. Like, I don't talk about politics all the time, because that just upsets people, but every now and then I'll talk about it. If I thought you were doing something you shouldn't be, I would have said something to you. But yeah, I think that the system is broken, and I think that it needs reformation.
Do you require assistance, Lauren?
I used to think that the left was the answer to the right, but the truth of the matter is, it's a system. The left needs the right needs the left. Every time the left comes along and says, well, the right fucked it up, and we can fix it, and we're the answer to all your problems. And then the right comes along and says, the left fucked it up, and we can fix all your problems. And nothing ever gets done. And without the right, the left would have nothing to run for. And so I used to see the Democrats as the answer, the solution. But, you know, now I just see them as I see them as part of the same problem. You know, both are ends of the snake. Doesn't matter which end you grab a snake. Still a snake. So I genuinely I'm in kind of the middle. There we go. Now we're doing better. Now we're starting to fill some gas. And you know, the thing is, there's never any fucking nuance. You know? There's never any nuance with it either. That's the thing that frustrates me the most. That's the problem with the two extremes. No matter what, it's fucking extreme. There's no fucking subtlety, there's no grace. And on top of which, it creates a situation where nothing can be done because I can only speak for my country, but in my country, Samantha, and if you want real change, both sides of the aisle have to work together. You need all the votes to do something and enact real change. So, no, that sucks. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But in this country, at least, the left refuses to talk to the right refuses to talk to the left. At all. It's, oh, you don't agree with me? Fuck you, okay? And what that means is, besides the fact that we now have lost the ability to agree to disagree, a vital part of the process of humanity, that we can't really get anything done. You know, I know everybody talks about the Monica Lewinsky shit, okay? But honestly, I truly believe the last truly great president that we had was Clinton. Okay? And at the end of the day, so many presidents fuck around on their wives, so many presidents, he just got caught. But I think he was a good man. He was able to get both sides of the aisle to agree, and he was able to get so much done because he could reach across both sides. And he got us out of debt. The entire time that I've been alive, Samantha, his presidencies are the only time that my country has been out of debt. We were in debt before Clinton came into office, and we were in debt after he left. But he managed to get us into the black and had people owing us. And he had the largest and longest expansion of our economy during peacetime, during there wasn't a war ever of any president. So he made so many improvements to our economy. He got us out of debt. He reached across the aisle, you know? Yeah. Well, from what I gather, she knew that he was fucking around. Obviously, this is all hearsay, it can never be proven. But from what I gather, she's very frigid, and they had an understanding that, you know, he was going to get strange elsewhere. It's kind of the same situation with JFK. People try to talk about, you know, him and Marilyn Monroe. Jackie Kennedy has pretty much said she knew he was a poonhound. He was pretty much always a poonhound. Like, he wasn't fucking people behind her back. They had an agreement. You know what I mean? But of course, you can never prove it. But like I said, and you know, if the worst thing he did was get his dick sucked in the Oval Office, then you know, we're good to go. But like, if you look at what he did for our country, we weren't in any war. We were in the black. He opened up the gates for gay people to serve in the army with Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I know people now look down on Don't Ask, Don't Tell, but well, yeah. Some ladies also just don't like sex. Some women just legitimately don't have a very high sex drive, so they'll let their partner fuck around so they don't have to satisfy those urges. That's, you know, just conjecture, but I kind of got the feeling that's what it is for Hillary and Bill. He's got a really high sex drive. She really doesn't, so she's like, okay, get your jollies. Like I said, I don't have proof, but that's always kind of the vibe I got. And I think he just fucked up where he got caught. Either way. And it was a setup, too. Okay? She's just like, well, you know, I didn't mean to rat out on Bill. Bro, you kept the dress for a year. Like, let's just be honest, bro.
Safety at work is
You're not gonna keep cum on a dress for a fucking year unless you're planning on doing something with it. Yeah. Well, I have a really high sex drive, but I seek out partners that have a similarly high sex drive. Oh, you fucker. Either way, like I said, you look at all the presidents, all the people have done fucked up shit, and that's the worst thing you can say about him, is that he got his dick sucked in the Oval Office. You know, I don't fucking care, honestly. And it's like, it's frustrating me because I understand it was a failing, I understand why people focus on it, but they just focus on that, like, they ignore all the other good that he did. He did so much good for this country. Like I said, it's the only fucking time in my entire life that my country wasn't owing another country. And he genuinely seemed to love this country. There's a reason why I think they said he's one of the highest rated presidents. Like, they have a poll they do yearly, and he's consistently been in the top 5 presidents of all time. Like, people put him next to fucking Lincoln. He's just a great fucking president. And he left office with record high approval ratings. Yeah. And, you know, like, Bush took over, and Bush just, like, fucking plunged us into madness. We had fucking 9/11 within 1 year of him being in office. And then the fucking Iraq War, it's just like, things were going great with Bill Clinton, and then, like, as soon as he left, it went to shit. Pretty much, yeah. And I just think that he should, and then with Trump, I just don't, he has no fucking decorum, no tact, man. We just have, we have the fucking president of the United States, the president of the fucking free world, man. Fucking spouting off random shit on Twitter. Like, he's just like, well, people, get on Twitter all the time. Yeah, you're right, people do. When you're the fucking president, you are held to a higher standard. I'm sorry. You just are. You just fucking are. You know what I mean? You can hop on your social media and do whatever. Fucking shit. One second, babe. I'll be right back up to use the bathroom real quick. And now fucking the left basically glorifies fucking communism, man. Like, holy shit. And I'm not even kidding. Like, a large proponent of the Democratic American left now are pro-communism. Like, what the fuck? Anybody who supports communism is a fucking idiot. Fucking anxiety.
Happy to help.
Like every single country that has been communist or tried to go communist has turned into just a shitty, shitty place. In the past, in the present. Like, seriously, show me one fucking communist country. Just one. Where it was like, oh yeah, no, that was a good place to live. Russia, they're doing terribly right now. Communist country. China, one of the worst places to live. Also a communist country. North Korea, fucking tyrannical nightmare. Communist country. Communist countries in the past. Fucking awful. And they always come up with this shit like, well, we'll do it right. You know how many times people have said, well, our communism is going to be great, and then it turns into a fucking nightmare? No, it's not you. I just had, it's a high anxiety day. It's not you, babe. Okay, on paper, I want to say this. On paper, communism is the most perfect form of government. The government provides everything that people need. That, in my opinion, is what a government should do. Okay? On paper, it's great. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the reality of the situation is that when you give somebody ultimate power, it corrupts completely. Communism puts the control of absolutely everything in the hands of the government. And you just cannot trust somebody with absolute power. You can't. Okay? And even if by some miracle we get lucky and we have somebody who comes into a communist government and they are a good person, the next person probably won't be as good. And then people have no means to fight back. And most people, you know, you give them all that power and you don't give them any checks and balances, and it turns into a fucking nightmare. And that's why, on paper, it sounds amazing. That's why all these people simp for communism, because, well, the government providing for us, taking care of our needs, yeah. Until you get somebody in there who then decides they're not going to leave, and now suddenly, yeah, you're fucked. Like, almost all of the fucking greatest atrocities in human history have fucking involved communism. Or been perpetrated by a communist government. It fucking never works out. Okay? And these are across different time periods. These are different countries, completely different countries. North Korea has nothing to do with fucking Russia, and yet they all share that one thing in common, that they're communist. And oh, look at that, you know? And yet somehow, you know, and I'm not sure if I've told you, I think I probably have, but I'm really big on history. I'm a big history buff. I always like to read about history and shit like that. I still do. And so I have done the research. I'm not just like blindly pulling out of my ass. Like, the more you read about the shit that happened under communist regimes, the more fucking disgusted you are. And what I've noticed, most of the people that are simping for communism don't actually know the fucking history involved. Cuba, under Fidel Castro, communist country. Horrible, horrible, horrible people. They fled to America and the rest of the world in the 70s and 80s to get away from Fidel Castro. Stalin, one of the world leaders with the highest death count ever. Communist. It's okay. Okay, for example, it's estimated, Samantha, that all told, all figures put together, about 80 million people died in World War II. Okay? On all sides, including the Nazis. So about 80 million people died. All casualties. They estimate that in just Stalin's reign alone, 100 million people died. Okay? Stalin is responsible for more deaths than the entire fucking combined kill count of all of World War II on all sides. Mussolini, considered to be the worst Italian leader. Communist. Japan, when they were fucking doing the World War II bullshit, when they attacked Pearl Harbor and sided with the Nazis, the Axis, communist. So, you know, like, any, and not just that, like, that's just recent history. That's the last century. That's just the last fucking century. Then you look at the fucking overall communism, and it's just bad. It never fucking works out, man. You know, and there's always going to be people who simp for communism. Okay, but it's gotten to the point where there's a large part of the American left that genuinely wants communism. Like, what the fuck? You know, and if any of these people who are rooting for communism, go ask somebody who came from a communist country to this country, many of them, you know, immigrated to America, what they thought about the communist countries they were escaping, and see what they tell you. I'm just grinding out some good gear before I proceed. Oh, sorry, I just get worked up. Yeah. You know, so... And the more that I fucking, the more that I
scheduled break time.
The more that I do the research, the more that I look into it, the more that I despise communism, you know? Or, like, people will talk about, like, well, you know, Russia, a communist country, they helped defeat the Nazis. Yeah, because the Nazis turned on them. People, like, so many people, Samantha, tend to forget that Russia was originally on the side of the Nazis. Russia signed a peace treaty with Hitler. Stalin liked Hitler, and Stalin himself even hated the Jews. The only reason that Russia wound up turning against the Nazis and supporting America and England was because Hitler turned on Stalin and broke the treaty, which is considered to be one of Hitler's greatest mistakes, because it's like he just attacked him for no reason, probably all the fucking blow Hitler was doing. They had a 10-year non-aggression treaty, and he broke it. So, Russia didn't side against Hitler because they didn't like Hitler. They sided against Hitler because it was convenient to do so, and because fucking Hitler betrayed them. If Hitler had not broke the peace treaty, they would have sided with the Nazis. And the people really just forget that. Like, they when they fought against the Nazis, it's some kind of moral thing. No, it's because we were their next best ally. They didn't do it because they liked us. They didn't do it because they hated the Nazis. And if Hitler hadn't betrayed them, they would still have worked with them. Yeah, exactly. Or, like, people weirdly kind of, like, let Italy off the hook for the Nazis. You know, like, people are constantly holding, Germany accountable for what they did in World War II. I mean, I get it. They're constantly holding Japan accountable for what they did in World War II. But hardly anyone ever mentions that the Italians, Italy was pro-Nazi. Like, yeah, they were. Fucking Mussolini, man. You can't hold Germany accountable for Hitler and then give Italy a pass for Mussolini. He was a fucking Nazi. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, the fact, you know, like I said, I used to be a hardcore Democrat. But the fact that a large part of my party now just straight up are fucking communist sympathizers has kind of pushed me away. I'm not going to affiliate anybody that supports communism. I'm just fucking not. So, all this, Samantha, just to say, all of this just to say, a lot of people will say they're centrist, so they don't have to take sides. And, I genuinely don't say that so I don't have to take sides. I say that because I genuinely think both sides fucking suck. Because there are some people who they don't want to offend anybody, so they just say they're impartial. I refuse to hang my hat up against all that. I genuinely think the solution is reformation. We need an independent party. Okay? Because, my dad made a really great case for it. He said, it's the pendulum. Each side is so extreme that it swings the pendulum, and the swing gets wider and wider because they're competing to see who outdoes each other. And meanwhile, the common guy, you, me, we're getting fucked in the middle. Okay? Because what happens? Anytime you get to the extreme on either side, you get crazies. The vast majority of people in this country are moderates. Okay? So, but the system in America that we have now, that we have engendered, basically makes it so only extremes are allowed. And that's what it became like in the Democratic Party. If you weren't the most... Yeah, my dad is a very wise man. My dad is super intelligent. He's such a smart guy. He's like the smartest guy I know. If you aren't the most extreme leftist who ever left, they don't want you. If you're not a full-on communist sympathizer, well, you're not really a Democrat now. There is no more room for, I'm a moderate Democrat, I'm a moderate Republican. You have to be to the fucking extreme now. And that's always where you get crazies. So now it's like a game of them passing the fucking pendulum back and forth, and we're getting fucked from both ends.
The Oversight Committee.
We need reformation. We need an independent party. That's what I think. I think the whole two-party system is fucked. And it's created a system where, like you said, I died. Oh well, not a big deal. It's created a system where I think both candidates fucking suck. I voted for Biden because I thought he was the lesser of two evils. I still really didn't like him.
Look out for your fellow workers.
And
Look out for you.
That's how it's been for a long time. Who sucks ass less? Yeah. I want to vote for a candidate that I actually care about. Not that I think is good, not just the lesser of two evils. Like, I fucking hate what this system has done. And ultimately, we're now in a position where if somebody doesn't agree with somebody else on every single thing, yeah, you can't be friends. It used to be in America that you didn't talk about politics, you didn't talk about religion, or money. With friends or family or whatever. That was the golden rule. And people could agree to disagree. Democrats can be friends with Republicans. Okay? And you need that. You need that. Okay? Because even if you don't agree, you need dissenting opinions. Anytime a system is just one type of voice, it gets fucked up. You need differing opinions. And on a personal level, you need differing opinions to grow. I'm friends with a ton of people, and some of them are Trump supporters. Do I like Trump? No. Do I agree with them? No, I don't. Is that going to make me not be friends with them? Absolutely not. Okay? And that what people don't seem to understand what they're doing is driving the people apart. It's driving the country apart. It's what's killing the world. I mean, because, you know, there's always been a certain level of enmity between Democrats and Republicans, or two different sides of any, political system. I'm sure, you know, you've seen that in the UK. I'm sure you've seen that in Canada. There's different parties everywhere. The idea is the same. But it used to be people could agree to disagree, and they could still be friends. Well, I don't really agree with you in politics, but, you know, we can still be friends. Now it's, oh, you don't think the exact same way I do? Well, fuck you. And that has isolated us, and it's just made things so much worse. It made it so that no side... Yeah. Made it so that no side could get anything done. Because, like we were just talking about, you need bipartisan support. Unless every single part of the country is under one party, which will never happen, you have to be able to reach across the aisle for anything. And that's the thing about Trump. That's the thing about Clinton. One of the things that made him such a great president. Because he was a more moderate Democrat, he could reach across and get support from both sides of the aisle. And because he could get both sides to agree, he could really get shit done. And I don't think we've had a president since then, Democratic or Republican, that could reach across the aisle the way that Clinton could.
Power system activated.
That's what he was so good at, was building consensus. And because he was able to get both sides to agree,
Sector online.
he was able to do so much more.
Attention. Security
Like Obama.
down.
I like Obama. But Obama just couldn't get Republican support.
Security
He couldn't.
systems are now active.
So he couldn't do the truly great stuff that Clinton did.
To Creonet
Trump
at this time.
obviously can't fucking agree. Biden couldn't get Democratic Republic support. Clinton was the last time that a president on either side was able to reach across the aisle to get shit done.
Reboot in progress. System check initiated. Error. Bypassing. Error. Bypassing. Bypass successful. Bringing primary weapon online.
But yeah, sorry, not trying to go on a political tangent. Like I said, I don't want to talk about politics all the time, but every now and then I'll talk about it. I'm not even trying to talk about, like, specific politics. I'm just saying in general. Because it's not even an American thing.
Unauthorized personnel in vicinity.
The whole world. Yeah.
Upgrading tactical analysis.
Yeah, we had that here too. Ah, fuck it, I died. I'm right there. I don't care. We had that shit here too. Anytime you have some kind of new technology, you're gonna get that shit. It's government mind control! They're controlling our brains, man! They're putting thoughts, they're beaming them down in my head. Oh. Oh. And we you know, and that's another thing. We keep giving stupid people the mic. We keep feeding into their stupidity. You know, like, there's this sentimentality that's come about when I was a kid. With millennials, I guess you could say, where everybody's opinion matters. Everybody's special. No, they are fucking not. Everybody's opinion does not fucking matter. Everybody's not special. Like, special loses all meaning, okay? And so we give the dumbest fucking people the microphone and amplify their voice when we should just be like, dude, shut up. Nobody cares what you have to fucking say. You're dumb. Yeah, exactly. I think it's pretty simple. You just have to put the truth out there, and you have to trust the people who will find it, and the ones who don't, you just have to give up on them. Pretty much. You can't, you can't make somebody see the truth. So I just don't focus on the people that aren't willing to see. But, I do not believe that anyone is inherently special just for existing. At all. I do not think, well, everyone's born special. No. Okay? I think you can be special, but you have to earn it. You're not just born special.
Evaluating tactical options. Severe threat encounters. Enforce maximum security measures. Dispensing symptoms.
And I mean that in a... I'm trying to figure out the way to explain it. Because I firmly believe in the concept of bettering yourself. Probably more than anything else.
Subjugation authorized.
Yeah.
Error. System failure. Reinitializing systems. Evaluating tactical options. Status critical. Labeling initiated. Backup drives initiated. Overload. Rendering in process. Reinitializing systems. Unauthorized personnel in vicinity. Reload. Initialized.
Oh, okay. Okay, so now I can kind of explain to you what I mean, okay? What I believe in is really simple. I believe in the virtues of exceptionalism. And in particular, American exceptionalism, where we used to encourage people to be the best that they could possibly be. Thank you. I believe in people thinking for themselves. I believe in people, instead of conforming to a group, instead of packing into a tightly knit unit, and letting other people think for them, being shepherded, that people should shepherd themselves. And most importantly, I believe, more than anything, in the virtues of bettering yourself. I believe that we should be constantly striving to better ourselves. And that can be in any way. Learning more, reading more, watching more, training at something. And that rather than trying to make everyone fit a so-called mold, that we should embrace differences. You know, I'm not perfect, but I am always trying to better myself. I'm always trying to learn more, trying to read more, trying to improve from what I did last time. And I have this urge in me to constantly improve myself. And that is what I believe in. We may not be perfect, but we can always be better. You fuck up? Okay. Do better tomorrow. We are human beings. We make mistakes. What separates good people from great people is people who learn from those mistakes. That's what I believe in. That far too often... Yeah, well, thank you. We let other people lead us. When honestly, from what I've seen, every time you get a bunch of people leading other people around, fucking stupidity ensues. And rather than trying to tell people, this is what you should think, this is what you should do, this is how you should act, we should be telling people to think for themselves. We should be empowering people to empower themselves. Yeah. And I operate on a golden rule. I don't care. What your belief system is. I don't care what your fucking politics are. If you're good to me, I'll be good to you. Like I said, I died. Not a big deal. I'm right there. I'm not a Trumper at all. I despise Trump. But I'm friends with people that like Trump. And they know that I dislike Trump. I make no secret of it, but they also know that I'm willing to agree to disagree if they can do the same with me. And even if I don't appreciate Trump, I've learned a lot of things from talking to other people. Just by talking to other people from different viewpoints, I've learned a lot of things. Okay? If you only are willing to talk to people that fit into your little box, you never learn, you never grow. And how could you ever hope to, let's say you just hate Trump. Let's say you hate his thing, whatever. How could you ever learn to fight against him if you don't even know what you're fighting against? Forewarned is forearmed. You don't have to agree with the opposition to understand them. And yeah. You know, and on my YouTube channel, on my Discord server, I'm very clear to say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your politics are, what your belief system is. You be good to us, and we'll be good to you. Yeah. You know, but I have a zero tolerance policy for people being assholes. If you haven't really seen anybody come into my streaming an asshole, but I've had several people come in being dicks, and they get shut down real fucking quickly. They get a warning, then if they're not listening, they get booted. I don't tolerate that, you know what I mean? So, if people can have differing opinions from me, if they can present them civilly. Like Philippe. Philippe, he watches my streams a lot. He's in the server. He likes Trump. And yet, we're friends. I think he's a good guy. We talk a lot. And he's one of the people who watches my streams a lot. Because he knows as long as he's respectful to me, we will have no problems. You know, he's a Trumper. I know that he's a Trumper. He knows that I don't like Trump. I've never lied to him about it. And yet we're friends. We talk often. He's in my server. He watches my streams. He's one of the people who watches my streams, actually, the most. Because we're able to get along because we have a mutual respect for each other. You know what I'm saying? Where even if I don't respect his opinion, I respect him. You know Max, he's one of my best friends in the entire world. I love Max. Do you think I agree with every one of his opinions? Fuck no. And yet, he's like one of my best friends because I can agree to disagree. Emily, think I agree with Emily about everything? No. But me and Emily are able to agree to disagree so we can still be friends. But a lot of people these days, they see somebody who doesn't agree with them and they treat them like they're less than human. Is she okay? She's okay, right? Okay. I'm glad she's alright then. Obviously it's not good she got it, but I worried something was seriously wrong. Just like you, for example. You're into the pagan shit. You know, the witchy stuff. Wiccan. Am I into the Wiccan stuff? No, I'm not. Do you think that makes me love you any less? Do you think I think differently of you? Do you think that I couldn't be friends with you? Yeah. Well, either way, the point still stands. I don't share your same religious beliefs. And yet, it doesn't change how I feel about you. Because I respect you. Even if I don't agree with your opinion, I respect it. Because I respect you. And you're like one of the most wonderful people I've ever met. And if I had just said, well, you don't think exactly the same way that I do, I never would have met you. And I never would have met a lot of people in my life that have been fucking central to my life. Just because I'm willing to talk to people that don't necessarily share my opinion. You can love someone, you can like someone, and not agree with all their opinions. You know, like, imagine knowing somebody, or somebody and dismissing them as a human being without even giving them a chance because, well, they don't think the way I do. You know, and that's the thing. Good people are good people. Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't share your religious beliefs. I fall more on the Christian side. I don't fall really into any major thing, because I'm not into organized religion, and I don't fit into any one denomination, but if I had to peg myself down, I'd be Christian. I believe that there's a higher power. I'm not sure what the specifics are, but I think there's too much evidence of some kind of grand design to think that we're just entropy. Random particles colliding into each other. I think there is some kind of plan. But if I had to say, you know, I'd come down more into Jesus. Doesn't change how I feel about you. Like I said, you're one of the best people I've ever met. And if I had just been like, well, you don't think the way I do, never would have met you. And I still would have been fucking miserable. I was actually in a really dark place when we met. And you've actually helped pull me out of that. And, you know, I'm very thankful for that. Sweet, now I'm doing pretty good. Noise! There we go. Now I have 6 fast heals and 6 slow heals. Like over time.
Come back anytime.
Now I'm good to move on. Well, you know what, actually, I'll try one more thing before I do. There's a poison corridor that has some items in it that I could get. I didn't want to risk getting in there and dying with all my fucking scrap and losing it. But now that I have spent all my scrap, I have nothing really to lose. Plus, I've been taking time to use each of my 3 weapon types equally, so I didn't get to the point where like one was really high and the other were super weak. I've been making sure to switch, because I got to the point like I would find a new weapon type and like, oh, that's cool, and then because of my proficiency wasn't high, like, well, fuck, it sucks. I've got to sit here and grind. So by alternating weapons, I haven't had to grind as much. I'm gonna grind on you. Bump and grind. Would you believe me if I told you I was a good dancer?
We have come into possession of evidence that links Ed Nakana, employee number 776910, to the homicides associated with the individual known as the Liberator. All indications point to the fact that he has deliberately tampered with his neural implant, including disabling its GPS function. Therefore, CreoNet cannot ascertain his whereabouts. While he's at large, he is a serious threat to staff and Creo's image. In this regard, we need to take care of this, quickly and quietly. Oh. Oh, you've been locked out? What? What? Oh my god. Oh shit, hold on. Ugh. How did you... How the fuck did you get... I must have done that accidentally. I'm so fucking sorry. Hold on. Try commenting now. Oh. Okay, you should be... Okay, you should be good to go in just a few minutes. Yeah, you're good to go now. I'm so sorry. That was an accident. I accidentally timed you out because, like, my phone was open to see your chat, and I must have tapped it while it was open.
And if you tap it like one of the options to time me out, I must have done that. It wasn't on purpose, I'm sorry. Yeah, I made you a moderator for the channel. It just allows you to edit other people's chats and shit. And if somebody's giving me grief or a hard time, it allows you to say fuck them, basically. Because I trust you. And I knew that doing that would also get you immediately untimed out.
Take care.
So, like, if somebody came into my chat and they were being a douchebag, you could ban them. I almost never make somebody a moderator in my chat, but, you know, I love you and I dig you, so blam.
Do you require assistance?
You don't have to be if you don't want to be, by the way. I wasn't trying to, like, force it on you at the time.
Welcome, Warren.
It just was, you know, I trust you, and it was a surefire way to get you unbanned. Instantly. And, like, it doesn't really change anything. It just means, like, you have the potential to moderate somebody else. If they were to come in there and be a dick, you could ban them for me or whatever. And I only would have done that for you. I don't ever make almost anybody a member of my channel. That's actually not bad either. Might have to try that out. Either way, I have enough to move on. I just wanted to get my shit set up before I left the starting area, because it only gets harder from here. Yeah. Well, it's still just like, it's making you a part of things, you know? It's showing you that I trust you. You know, and it's a way to include you and say, you know, like, you're my moderator.
Next stop, Central Production B. Personnel arrival.
Connection failure. Rerouting.
And it's a sign that I trust you.
Manual. Welcome. Let me. Time to terms of use and license agreement. How may I be of service?
Yeah.
Provided by Creo. I'd like to help. I'd like to help.
And just so you know,
Please.
yeah, you're totally good to trust me about that. I've never shared pictures like that with anybody. Ever. Even somebody that I wasn't cool with. Like exes or whatever. I've never even showed it with a friend. I had a friend back in the day. I was scrolling through my phone and he saw a split-second glimmer of it in my camera roll. And he's like, "Show me, man! Come on, show me!" And I'm like, "No, fuck you!" And it pissed him off. But I don't share. I'm a gentleman. I don't share stuff like that, and I don't kiss and tell. And I would never talk about details of our sex life to anybody.
Power system activated. Sector initializing. Sector online. This is not a scheduled break time.
Hello? Anyone there?
What, did you tell her the kind of pics you sent me? God, I hope not.
Warren. I'm... Be careful.
She said I should get to the executive level, that it's safe there. Security forces have it locked down, but it's the getting there that's the problem. She said things will soon be under control, and they've asked for external aid. It tells you how serious things have gotten if they've called for outside help. It's fine. If they've got everything under control, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for them. It's terrifying enough listening to the noises, let alone being out there. I'm safe here.
Okay, well, that's good. Ah, fuck. I don't get him. Those are... Yeah.
Please remember, safety at work is our highest priority and should be yours.
Ah, fuck. He said they're harder to fight, but they're worth it. They drop some of the best shit in the game. And they're right there by where you die, so... And it's funny, too, because people have, like, the idea that, like, I'm not gentlemanly because I make raunchy jokes. And, like, yeah, no, being a gentleman is what you do. It's not jokes you make. Not disclosing details of people I've fucked or who I fucked is gentlemanly. Not pressuring women to do things they don't want to do is gentlemanly. Ah, damn it. I'll get him. You motherfuckers! I'm breaking your face!
Be careful out there.
Yeah, exactly. Just because I make raunchy jokes doesn't mean I don't respect women. Fuck me. Oh well, I'll get him. Couldn't be further from the truth. I respect women a great deal. I always have.
Look out for your fellow workers. They look out for you.
Oh well, I kill one of them.
Be careful out there.
Okay, babe.
Look out for your fellow workers. They look out for you.
No, what a bitch.
Please remember, safety at work is our highest priority and should be yours. This is not a scheduled break time. Next stop, abandoned production. Rocket Assembly 3. Next stop, Central Production B. Personnel arrival. Do you require assistance, Warren? Welcome, Warren. Be careful out there.
It's almost high noon, cowboy. Saddle up your horse, polish the old six-shooter, and wet your whistle with a swig of moonshine. And join us over yonder to deliver some swift frontier riders justice. What are you waiting for? Our peril chamber will be your new home on the testing range. Giddy up!
Help! Please. Anyone there? Can anybody hear me? I'm locked in here. Help! Please. Anyone there? Can anybody hear me? I'm locked in here.
Thanks, man. I thought I was stuck in here for good. Come on, say something. I appreciate it. Thought I don't know.
So tell me, what's your
name? Ran in, didn't.
It was an accident. I had the phone open to see the chat and accidentally hit the button. And yeah, it's good to see you, man. I have another month of PS Plus.
I'm falling apart. I was told it wouldn't hurt. But the whole thing would be over in just a couple of minutes. The pain when it started. It cut open my flesh. Pierced into my bones. I can still hear them snap. Feel them. And I scream. Just scream. There's no air left in my lungs. It didn't stop. It didn't stop.
Yeah, we can try. Yeah, fuck it, I'm right there. Should be good to play tomorrow.
Look out for your fellow workers. They look out for you.
So, the suit good, man? You got a good suit, or?
Don't believe. Hey, you! Over here! Please, my rig's out of juice. I'm a fucking statue here. Can't move it. Can you power it up?
No, not a big deal. Well, it's good to see you, Sammy, my love.
Come back anytime.
You gotta get death rating too, Steph. Man, you gotta fucking go in with us on this, dude.
Hey, buddy! Damn, thank you. Been sitting here so long, my ass is numb. Can't. What? What? So, stay.
Okay, well, at the very least, Steph, I'd like it if you could be there for the launch of the game. Can I stream it? Oh, fuck. I keep forgetting you have a school schedule.
Didn't think you'd make it this way.
Boy, fuck. Hey, don't worry about it then.
Testing.
I keep forgetting that you go to school. Well, actually, when did... fucking shit. When do you get off school? Oh, come on! Whatever. I just love getting fucking gangbanged. Oh, that's cool. I got a checkpoint right there. I went into the next zone. And if at all possible, if we could try to get you there at the launch stream, Samantha, that'd be great too. You can manage it. because it's an important game and it's a launch, and you know it'd be really cool if we get you there. Yeah, I'm right there. It's actually a good thing. I'll have to see about this when the game comes out, when it's launching, because I don't expect to be there all night, Samantha, but it would be good if I could get you there for a little while, just to be there for the launch of the game, you know what I mean? Like, there's something just about being there at the launch, you know? And I want my friends to be with me, and ordinarily I wouldn't care, but it's an important game. And to me, the launch of it is like an event, you know? Oh no! No, I know that, baby. I know that. You know, I just meant in general, like, if you could. I would never ask you to rearrange, like, big stuff in your life for me. Like, I would never do that. I'm saying if you can, it would be great. I'm asking all of the friends that are important to me if they can be there at launch, you know what I mean? Even if it's just for a few minutes. Just, you know, like, I've waited 6 years for this game, and this game has a lot of importance to me. So, like, the launch, that first stream, is like a big deal, and I just want all of my friends that I care about to be there, you know what I mean? So I'm asking people, if you can, or you're busy or whatever, I would never, you know, ever want you to put your shit on hold. If it, you know, is important. And same with Steph, that's why, like, if, you know, if he's in school or whatever, it doesn't bother me, I just had to ask. Yeah, come on, you asshole. There we go. Come on. Almost got you, fucker. Oh, what? Oh, fucking bullshit. Oh, well, I'm right there. That guy's a weapon I really want. But unfortunately, he's a bitch. Yeah. Like I said, it was the last game that my grandma really wanted to see before she died. We had talked about it, one of our last conversations, because she loved Metal Gear Solid 5 so much, and she knew that it was made by Hideo Kojima, the same guy. That was the next game he made after Metal Gear Solid. And she's like, oh man, I can't wait to see that game, you know? And then unfortunately, she died in May and the game came out in November, so she died about 6 months before launch. And in the game, because I know you've never, you don't know about Death Stranding, but in the actual game, a huge part of Death Stranding is talking about the death of our loved ones and how much it impacts us. Just about every single character in Death Stranding has lost somebody that they loved. Like, it's all about, like, the whole theme of the game is death and how it affects the people that we leave behind. You know, so just the fact that she would have wanted to see it made it important to me, but I was still dealing with her loss. And so the whole message about, how much we miss the people that die and how much they impact us, it really connected with me on a profound level. You know what I mean? The theme of the game. And it was a very emotional experience. And so that game series and that game has always had a special place in my heart. And the original game came out in 2019. So it's been about 6 years now I've been waiting for this. You know what I mean? It's a long time. Because they were teasing a sequel even in the first game. There's several games that when they come out, I think about my grandma. Assassin's Creed. She used to love Assassin's Creed because my grandma was a history buff. Yeah. Yeah. 1,000,000%. The first game made me bawl like a little bitch. Like, it's very rare for me to get, like, emotional playing games, but there's parts of Death Stranding that made me really, really emotional. Are you still there, Steph, or did you vanish, man? There we go. Yeah, if you can, it's fine. I don't want you to feel like super guilty. And, you could even just catch my shit later in the day, It's going to be a super long game. The first game was like over 30 hours just to beat the main story. And then, like, if you wanted to do absolutely everything there was to do in Death Stranding, it was over 100 hours. It was a very long game, and this game is much bigger than the first game. Like, people who were doing previews of the game were saying that they had played over 30 hours and hadn't even seen all of the areas of the world. So it's going to be a very very long game, and I fully intend to take my time and enjoy it. You know, it's not going to be just something that I rush through to finish. I'm really going to take my time, look around, explore, soak it in, because of how important it is to me, and, you know, I've waited years for it. So, you know, it's not like if you miss the one thing, oh, the game will be finished. It's a very long game. I'll probably be playing it for weeks, honestly, for the foreseeable future. Yeah. So, like, even if you're, like, not there, like, right at launch, it's not going to be the end of the world, you know what I mean? I just don't want you to be like, oh man, if I'm not there, it's gonna piss him off. Oh, I'll let him down. No, it's not gonna be like that. I understand that you have life. And I know that you would be there if you could. You always would. I just don't want you thinking, oh my god, Kieran's gonna be mad at me, because that's not me.
Damn it. Hey. You're actually normal. For a moment, I thought I've always attracted the wrong type of...
Well,
I'm Irina, by the way. Trained engineer and, apparently, born survivor.
got any idea what's going on here?
Yeah. This company finally managed to burn the final vestiges of humanity out of us. Guess we're the lucky ones. Didn't drop, at least... Just trying a good on the arc.
Else?
Oh, I could... It's time to...
What if I...
You should... So...
Well...
I owe... It's not...
Better get...
And just...
It's a way of life. Here you're not just revenge. Somebody. At Frio, we have your well-being. And that includes body and mind. Feels more than just a job. Here's your family. Here's your home. But you won't move, right? Why pay for expensive gym and spa membership?
I'm looking for something particular here. Oh, okay.
So much for help. It's been over a day now and nothing. She's not responding when I call. It's getting worse out there and the noises are freaking me out. I can hear them, but at least there hasn't been any more screaming. Well, that's a blessing. But there's other sounds. I did see one guy. He was in a terrible state, but he seemed to know what he was doing. Heading to the executive forum. Maybe I should have gone like she suggested.
I'm trying to... Damn, central production B. Yeah, kinda. Okay.
Footprints to the and get ready for a hell of a tour. First.
Ah, well, I'm right there. What a bitch. Yeah. Shit. Not a big deal. Yeah. I'm starting to whoop ass. Oh, let me see what you're saying, baby. Yeah. Yeah, it does. I've been there.
Rio's not just a company, it's a way of life.
Okay, guys. This is Benberg, so listen up. I don't know if you made it out of recycling. I don't even know if you can hear me. But if you can, meet me at the outbound station. Stay safe. I'll be waiting. We can make it together.
And I also want to get that flame staff from that guy right there. Oh, and I killed myself. Give me a fucking break. Oh well. A nightly bribery system. You can bribe me. I'm after a different kind of bribe.
Rio's not just a gun. Rio's not being bent.
Oh, come on! Fuck me. Gonna get some of that nookie cookie. That punani. I better get candy, though.
not just a company. It's a way of life. Somebody. The Creo is deep. And that brings body and mind. Here's your home. The Creo has state-of-the-art facilities and as for vacation. What if I told you you can have one every... That's right. With Creo's Dream Tourist Systems, or DTS, you can go anywhere in the world and even... DTS...
Like, what the fuck is this?
Into your neural interface.
It's like I broke into this bitch's house and all I get is a Milky Way? Sweet. Ooh, that's fast. That's where I came from. Oh, that's cool. So there's a quicker way to get around. Noise. Oh, you fucking cunt. Let me run past this fucker. Ah, okay.
How about a stroll along the sea, beautiful path?
Yeah. Exactly. There's supposed to be 2 more fucking guards here, and I'm trying to figure out where the fuck they are.
First, a certified tour guide will meet you there, show you our mind-blowing fabrication technologies, and tend to your every need before escorting you back to Creo World's many wonderful amusement options. Always free to you and your family. Welcome, visitors of Creo World, to the guided tour of our famous Creo production hub. Just follow the footprints to assembly and get ready for a hell of a tour. First, a certified tour guide will meet you there, show you our mind-blowing fabrication technologies, and tend to your every need before escorting you back to Creo World's many wonderful amusement options. Always free to you and your family. Welcome, visitors of Creo World, to the guided tour of our famous Creo production hub. Just follow the footprints to assembly and get ready for a hell of a tour. First, a certified tour guide will meet you there, show you our mind-blowing fabrication technologies, and tend to your every need before escorting you back to Creo World's many wonderful amusement options. Always free to you and your family. Welcome, visitors of Creo World, to the guided tour of our famous Creo production.
There's...
Just follow the footprints to assembly and get ready for a hell of a tour. First, a certified tour guide will meet you there, show you our
Soviet Russia
technologies, and tend to your every need before escorting you
in
back
Soviet
to
Russia. Donut eat you.
Wonderful amusement options.
So I know where the first two. The first 2 guards are. They have the set I'm trying to get.
Welcome, visitors of Creo World, to the guided tour of our famous Creo production hub.
But there's supposed to be 2 more.
Just follow the footprints to assembly and get ready for a hell of a tour. First, a certified tour guide will meet you there.
And I'm trying to figure out where they are.
Mind-blowing fabrication technologies, and tend to your every need before escorting you back to Creo World's many wonderful amusement options. Always free to you and your family. Welcome, visitors of Creo World, to the guided tour of our famous Creo production hub. Just follow the footprints to assembly and get ready for a hell of a tour. First, a certified tour guide will meet you there, show you our mind-blowing fabrication technologies, and tend to your every need before escorting you. Wonderful amusement options. Always free to you and your family.
Next stop, Creo World. We hope you enjoy your visit. An emergency procedure has been initiated. We apologize for any inconvenience. Please do not exit the train until help arrives. rescue squad has been dispatched. Please follow the instructions of the rescue squad chief, and thank you for your patience. Next stop, Central Production B, outbound trains.
I'm trying to see some.
Welcome, visitors of Creo World, to the guided tour of our famous Creo production.
We're going to the same park because I started the game over, but I'll be doing the whole thing.
Creo's not just a company, it's a way of life. Here you're not just seeing vendors, you're somebody. At Creo, you have your well-being covered, and that includes body and mind. Creo's more than just a job.
But you only saw part of it. There's a lot of the park that I didn't see. Oh, well, that's actually a good thing.
Welcome, visitors of Creo World, to the guided tour of our famous Creo production. Just follow.
Creo's not just a company, it's a way of life.
Yeah. Ah, what a bitch. Oh well.
Welcome, visitors of Creo World, to the guided tour of our famous Creo production. Just follow the footprints to the center and get ready for a hell of a tour. First, a certified tour guide will meet you there, show you our mind-blowing fabrication technologies, and tend to your...
Yeah, that is true.
Welcome, visitors of Creo World, to the guided tour of our famous Creo production. Just follow the footprints to the center and get ready for a hell of a tour. First,
Creo's not just a company, it's a way of life. Here you're not just seen as anybody, you're somebody. Somebody. The Creo, they have your well-being. That's whose body and mind. Creo's more than just a job. Here you're ready. Here's your home. Why?
welcome, visitors of Creo World, to the guided tour of our famous Creo production. Just follow the footprints to the
Okay,
center.
baby, I'm gonna take a short break. I have to go to the store. And then I think if you don't mind, I'm gonna restart this one more time. I kind of fucked up. I think I have the perfect build to go through it. Either way, I've gotta go. I love you. I'll be back in a bit.